mom says it's the little ones that you have to watch out for, I get the sneaky feeling that she's not talking about my powder room. She also says the little ones pack a punch. And again, I get the feeling that she's not referring to my powder room. What I do know is that we're going to assume that of course she meant my powder room when she told me that, because my powder room is tiny. Now, it's not as tiny as the one that we had in Copenhagen. Now, that one was teeny tiny. If you can sit on the toilet and wash your hands, and a child can do that, that is a very small bathroom. Yes, but this one is still pretty small. And the great thing about a tiny space is that you have an amazing place to go big and go bold, because those things aren't gonna cost as much money, which is why, oh my gosh, you guys, oh my gosh, I totally splurged on my floor. Yeah, it's gorgeous, it's luxurious, it's classic, it's timeless, and it is 1010% me. And I really wanted to do this actually in my master bathroom, and my husband's like, you want to spend how much on floor? And I'm like, yeah, okay, so what's the deal? I don't get it, what's the problem here? And so he's like, I don't think that's in our budget. Budgets, how annoying are budgets? Well, the great thing is now in my powder room, I didn't need very much material. And my tile contractor, I keep using him on every project, so he gave me an amazing price to put the tile in, and oh my gosh, the end result is so amazing. I'm so excited. I absolutely love it. Every time I walk in here, I'm just like, it feels like pure magic to me. And oh, I love it. If you splurge on your floor, obviously you should save other places. Like if you have a perfectly functional pedestal sink, you leave it, right? Yeah, didn't leave the pedestal sink. Okay, I found this amazing marble vanity on Wayfair, and I fell in love with it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. So may have been about $1,000. I know, but I kept the mirror that I had originally put in here. See, if you guys remember, way back when we first moved into the house, I painted this bathroom dark. Now, most of you said that you loved that bathroom. There were a few of you that were way honest and said you hated it. In fact, somebody even said you liked it better before. Ow! Hurtful. You people realize that I'm a human on the side of this camera, right? It's just little old me. Well, I went bold again. This is a fresh coat minus all those push pins. I had to pay to have somebody come and help me. That was such a mess to deal with. So I had my guys come in. They painted 8 hours. 2 guys working for 8 hours to paint these walls and get all of those little tacks out of there. So I had the tile done and had these walls painted, and then this marble sink had to go in here. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out about it. I love the fact that it holds my towel, and it's beautiful and elegant and so timeless. And I reused the mirror that I had in here from before because it still went. I did, however, splurge yet again. I know, you guys, I'm so evil. I'm so evil. There was nothing wrong with those traditional sconces, but oh my gosh, are these new ones not just like, oh, that's how I feel when I walk into this space. I just want to happy dance. That's how I feel, and that's what I think you should feel in every one of your rooms. That it just makes you so happy. It's just like this moment of, it's like a chemical reaction. It's just like your body literally responds to your space. And that's what I think is when you know you have created pure magic in your home. And yes, it's a small space, but you guys know I have this thing about going dark in rooms that don't have windows because it's dark either way. So what difference does it make? Go crazy bold, enjoy it. And oh my gosh, I have to tell you, the one thing that everybody says when they come in here that they just absolutely love, and I do too, is the ceiling. Now, this is original to when we moved in, not original to when the house was built. Actually, I think in the 90s, this was when everybody was doing these sponge kind of finishes on the ceiling. I would put this back into another room in a heartbeat. I think that the gold sponge ceiling is so cool. It reminds me of like so many of the little French cafes that we would go to in Europe, and a lot of times you go into this is probably where I get this from. I guess I'm not all that original. You go into these little French cafes and they always had these really cool dark bathrooms, and so often they had the ceiling painted. Sometimes it would be clouds or it'd be sponge or something, and it just felt so glamorous. And I just love that there's just that little touch when you look up. Now, I haven't filled the room with a lot of artwork. I don't know, I kept thinking I'm gonna put the artwork back in, and then I didn't. I don't know, I think because the floor is so bold, the lighting is so dramatic, the color is over the top. I don't know, I just haven't felt compelled to put a hole in the wall and commit to artwork on the walls. I don't know if I'll change my mind down the road. For now, I just love it. And I have one piece that is a window, and I think that that's kind of fun. It feels like maybe there's a window in the space even though there isn't. And one of the extra little tips that I always do is, let me just show you this. On the back of the toilet, I always keep a little box, and inside, extra rolls of toilet tissue, because when you have, this is for guests, and I think if it's for guests, they're not gonna wanna scream from the, in the bathroom, hey, toilet paper's out. Don't do that to your guests. Get a box that's not gonna fall off, or they don't have to like reach over their head into like a weird medicine cabinet or anything. Like, I just like a simple box. This one came from IKEA. It wasn't anything expensive. It's just what I had on hand. Put some toilet tissue inside of it and stick it on the back of the toilet. So when your guests are here, they can just very discreetly grab an extra roll in case you were a bad hostess and didn't make sure that the supply was already in good order before they got there. But I just think it's a good idea to have these kinds of things. I also have a really luxurious hand soap. My kids will literally leave the other sinks to come in here and wash their hands because they love the way this soap smells. It's that good. I know. Kids willingly washing their hands. I know, you need to get this. Let me just show you, let me show you. This is a Swedish brand. It's LA Bruket. I'm sure that's not how they say it in Sweden, but that's how we say it here. That's how I'm gonna say it. And this is rosemary, lavender, and salvia. It's like a pump of magic every single time you wash your hands with this. And yeah, like I said, my kids will literally leave the other sinks to come and wash their hands with this because they love it that much. One of my other favorite things to do is to add a really great scented candle. I just like that the powder room smells good, and especially for your guests. I mean, come on, you're trying to make them feel comfortable, right? So having a candle going in the space that already makes it smell good makes people feel a little more comfortable if they need to use the restroom. So I have this one, it's lavender and sage. It's by the Dark Forest Factory. Now, last time I checked, this was out of stock, so I'll leave a link for something that's similar if this one is out of stock. The LA Bruket brand also has candles, and I love all of those as well. So I will leave the links for these in case you're interested. But yeah, and then I just always make sure that there's a really nice hand towel. I found this cool waffle weave one at Crate & Barrel, and it looks pretty, and I like the texture of it. And when you don't have a lot of other stuff in the space, keeping it simple, but adding texture is another great thing. I thought about adding a table in here. I thought about adding a basket, but I haven't. I I haven't yet. I haven't found anything that I loved enough that I wanted to add it in here, so I just left it as it is. So that is my crazy, bold, go big powder room, and I absolutely love it, and I hope that you enjoyed this little tour. We've got so many more rooms to go, I can't even believe it, and my sofa is still not here. So I'm gonna end up just showing you guys, I think, the living room. You guys tell me, do you wanna see it as it is and then I'll show you when the sofa arrives, or do you wanna wait? You guys tell me. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Oh, hey, don't forget, hit subscribe if you haven't hit it already. The little bell is what will give you notifications, and it's not like, you know, a big meeting or anything like that. It's just a pop-up on your screen that says, hey, House of Valentina's posted yet another video. Let's go see what kind of craziness is going on over there. So hit subscribe, hit the little bell to get notifications, and leave me a comment. That'd be nice. Don't tell me you hate it. Okay, you can tell me you hate it. Just be nice when you tell me. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.